What's up, guys? I'm sorry if you're crooked. I'm trying to get you into our stand. Don't use yet, which is good because our camera's a little
wonky. There we go.
All right. Welcome to another episode of Babymaker Live FAQ. Another half-hour session where you guys of them are going to be already. Where's my bike? Don't worry, we will address it. And then we'll go ahead and kick this thing off. So if you're not familiar, there will be a little chat window next to this video, and in there you can go in and write your question, your commenting, and then as Sarah and I are talking to you guys, what we'll do is each one of us looks at those questions and we try and go back and forth and hit as many as we can, as quickly as we can, to get you guys all the information that you're looking for.
Guys, yes, we do kind of blend into the background. I did not plan that.
I did. Yeah, okay, guys, we're gonna give it another minute here as people come in, so that you know, our chat room's nice and full, and then we can go ahead and get it cracked off with this live. So I guess we'll go ahead and get this started. All right, so first one, asking about bikes in Europe. We will be coming out with an update shortly about your bikes. Don't worry, we're not going to send anything without reaching out to you first. We do have some big news coming about the bikes being shipped out, so you guys will be looking forward to that, I know. But as of right now, I don't want to give any hard dates or anything like that for Europe. We will be coming out with an update for you guys, though, to give you a better idea on when you can expect your bike. I'm going to go ahead and address this now. I'm sure that's what half of these questions are going to be. Where's my bike? When's it? That sort of thing. First off, if you ordered on Indiegogo and you go to the... Actually, I'll let you take over to see when your shipping is.
If you log into your Indiegogo account, in the upper right-hand corner, you can click on My Contribution, and so on your actual order, it will show you your order details, and then it will give you your estimated shipping month. So it'll let you know what month your bike is going to ship. If you email me and ask me what day it's going to ship, I won't have an answer for you because I don't know. So we are working on getting the first, I don't know how many orders out. We're working from the ones that started when we first launched in March. And so we're going to be, shipping them as they came in. So yeah, if you want to view when your order is going to be shipped, just check your Indiegogo account.
Yeah, and we're going to try and get it as close to those estimated months as possible. Like I said in the beginning, though, we'll be reaching out to you before we send those bikes, asking you to confirm your address and that sort of thing to make sure everything looks good before sending it. And that's when you get that email, that's when you know, all right, it's coming. For the most part, though, like Sarah said, if you want a good estimation, go into your Indiegogo account, check the My Contributions page, and it'll say the month where it's estimated to ship. We're going to try and move them out in chronological order as best we can from the date they were purchased. There's going to be some, there may be a few people whose order number is higher than yours. They get their bike first just because of the order in which those bikes were produced. But we are going to try and fulfill chronologically as best we can. So if you write in a comment asking when the bike is going to be, we're going to skip it right now because we want to address as many different types of questions as possible. But just know that's kind of how we're doing the deliveries there.
Eugene, no, there's no delay in any particular configuration of bikes. If you haven't gotten an email yet, just be patient. We're working as quickly as we can to get them shipped out. There's shipping from a FedEx location, so we will be sending you an update on when your bike's going out soon, but I wouldn't worry about it.
Oh, thanks so much for the kind words, guys. We say this once, I'll say it again. We love hearing from you. We really do work as hard as we can to produce a bike that we think you'll love, and we're doing everything we can on our end to get it to you as quick as possible. So if you found that maybe you know, it takes us a couple days to respond to a question you ask or something like that, just know that we are devoting as much of our time and resource as we can to producing these bikes and getting them shipped out as quickly as possible. So don't feel like you've been left behind or anything like that. We will get back to you.
I think they need an up. Trying to make sense of her.
So the blue raspberry, that color is going to be slightly different than what was originally on the Indiegogo page. What I want to do is actually get an update for you guys of the actual bike that's produced, so you can see the color that it is. I don't know how to describe it to you over live, but that is something we're working on. Is putting something together for that particular color model, since there have been so many questions on it. But as soon as that's released, we'll put it in that update section on Indiegogo, send you all an email informing you to get you up to speed on it. So someone says the first one on this live stream should get free Babymaker.
I was the first one here, just to be fair.
Yeah, well, Sarah was logged in first technically.
Ryan was asking about the 19-inch frame. I actually think we just got pictures in of that, and we'll be posting them probably soon, right?
Yes, so not only do we have photo and video of that 19-inch frame in production in the factory, we actually have some on containers en route to be delivered already as well. So we're working on showing you guys those, but yes, those 19-inch frames are currently being produced. We even have a batch that's been finished and it's on the water right now. So production for those is going great. Ed, you're exactly what is the difference between unrestricted and restricted? What does it do? Basically, with an e-bike, because you have a motor in it, there, depending on where you live, there are certain classifications as to what makes it legal to ride under that motor's power and that sort of thing. In the United States, the rules are pretty relaxed, whereas in Europe, they tend to be more restrictive. When you talk about restricted mode or unrestricted, basically all you need to worry about is that when your bike is delivered, it's built to comply with all your laws and regulations. If you want to unrestrict it or go into that LCD and alter the speeds, you can do that on your own, but keep in mind that is a decision that you are making. That capability is there for road or for closed circuit and track use, so not normal public riding. So when you do go in and make those changes and unrestrict it to get a little more speed, a little more power, or whatever it is you're doing, that's on you. You now become liable for anything that happens. So when the bike's delivered to you, it's ready to rock for those regulations. What you do after that is on you.
Brian, for the prototype question, can you just email me on Facebook and I can give you a little bit of an update on that?
So, Brian, I'm not sure what conversation you had with Pete. If you had something going with him in regards to the prototypes, I'd recommend going through him to get that sorted out, because I'm actually not aware of what's going on with that. So yes, Benjamin, what I just talked about, the unrestricted and restricted, the EU bikes are going to be able to be reprogrammed so that you can get adjust the top speed and stuff like that. Again, when you do this, you're accepting liability and any legal recourse that could come. If you get pulled over by a police officer and your bike has been modded or you changed it and it doesn't comply, that's not on us. You chose to make those changes. And again, the reason you're able to make those changes are for closed circuit and track use.
Sony, about the Indiegogo orders and our website orders. So no, they have no relation to each other. The order number you get from our website is completely different than the Indiegogo orders, and it doesn't have anything to do with your place in line. So if you ordered through our website, we don't have. Don't they just need to email us to figure out when theirs is going to be shipped? Because there's really no way.
Yeah, you can send us an email and we'll give you again, same thing as Indiegogo, the month that it's estimated to ship. So if you were a purchaser from flx.bike and not Indiegogo and are trying to figure that information out, send us an email and we can get back to you with an estimated month of when it'll be delivered.
Mike, in general, the motors don't require maintenance. We actually recommend not opening them up and not away, so you don't need to lubricate them. If you do have some sort of mishap with your motor or something goes on with it, then contact us and we can kind of give you instruction there, but we suggest leaving the motor as it is. Don't try and open it up or anything.
Yeah. So someone asked how many miles on a full charge. This question comes up quite a bit, but to give you a simple answer, it ranges from 15 to 50 miles. And the big reason behind that is because it depends on, one, the level of pedal assist you're in, 1 through 5. 5 being the most powerful, the motor is doing as much work as possible. 1 being at the other end where you're doing most of the work. And the second factor is the incline of the ride that you guys are on. So if you're going up hills, that battery is going to drain a lot quicker than if you're on flat ground or going downhill.
I'm not sure when the price is going up next, but it will be going up. So if you want to get it at the lowest price, order it as soon as you can. I'm being honest when I say I have no idea.
Yeah, so if you're waiting to pull the trigger, don't. The price is going to go up, and then the time for delivery, gets moved back as more people purchase as well. So if you're on the fence about this, I'd recommend pulling the trigger now. That way you lock in that low price, get your order in so that you're not waiting or paying more later on.
And so if something was to go wrong with your bike, and it was an electrical part, normally we would just have you send the part back in. On very rare occasions do we need to get the whole bike back, almost never. Thankfully, these bikes are extremely easy to work on. So we will have videos from our mechanics showing you how to replace each part if a part does need to be replaced. So yeah, almost never will you have to send the whole bike back.
Don, we can't wait to get you riding either.
Live is freezing.
If you guys are watching this and you notice any skipping, any audio cutout, anything like that, could you please let us know? We look great on my screen right here, so I don't know if there's any technical issues, but if there are, just write a little comment and we'll try and address it.
We are getting a 19-inch frame in soon.
Yes, so on the back to the 19-inch frames, like I mentioned before, not only are they currently being produced, but we have some on the water en route. What we're going to do is, if you live in the Southern California area, we have a shop here in San Diego, so we are going to have those smaller 19-inch frames available for test rides, so that if you are someone who's right on the cusp, 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", or just someone who wants to test out that smaller bike, have them in the shop in about 3 to 4 weeks from now for guys to test ride.
Drawn from the water, there's no way to alter the speed in a way that would void your warranty as far as I know. However, if you start, making serious adjustments to bikes or, downloading different programs to it or whatever, you figure out how to adjust it. Yeah, when you start making major changes like that, it will void your warranty.
Someone asked about the touring package. I wanted to take a brief second to talk on that. Right now, the touring packages are going to be shipped separately from your bike. The reason behind that is when we were going to source parts it was taking a little while to get them all, and it was also taking a lot of our resources. When you sell 10,000 bikes and about half of them come with touring package, that's a lot of stuff to worry about. So what we decided to do on our end is have a full focus on bike production. That doesn't mean that the touring package has gone on the wayside and we completely forgot about it. We're still working on it, but we thought that it would be best to get the bike in as many people's hands as possible, have you riding, and then send those packages after, so that not everyone's waiting on their bike.
G Lover, yes, we will have more videos coming up on how to use the display, all the different features on the display, and then more maintenance videos. We'll be pumping out videos as quickly as we can. Right now, we're just kind of focusing on getting the books out and getting back to as many riders as we can, but pretty soon we'll be able to focus more on the media side of it and giving you guys more instructional videos.
Martin asked, what are the brake orientations? So we're trying to ship the bikes with a brake orientation that's standard for your region. So in the United States, I think Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the right brake is going to do the back tire, the left brake is going to do the front tire. In Europe, it's going to be the opposite, so it's going to be what you guys are used to. The right brake is going to do the front tire, left brake will do the back.
So Tom, we do ship bikes according to when you ordered. That being said, some orders came through. We were getting thousands of orders before you, and around 157. It doesn't mean that yours is going to be delayed much longer. We're working as quickly as we can through all the orders.
Yeah, and back to that, we are fulfilling them as best we can chronologically. You may see that someone with an order number that's higher than yours got their bike before you. Again, it doesn't make sense for us to produce the bikes in the exact configuration they're ordered. Rather, we're kind of doing them more so in batches by color configuration. So they will still be going out chronologically, just not in the exact order. But within a few hundred, they will be shipped out in the order that you bought them.
Julie, it kind of depends on when you ordered, but just looking at your order number, likely not. We cut off order changes after 10 days.
Steven, that's awesome. We can't wait to get you riding. Saw you ordered yesterday. Brian, if you're asking about those prototype perks, you said you had something going on with Pete. I'm going to tell you to go through him because I actually don't have any information on that. So if you still have questions and you were dealing with Pete, I'd recommend going back through him again. So Steven's asking, are the bikes waterproof? Bikes are not waterproof in the sense that I wouldn't take it in a swimming pool. However, if you ride, when the street is wet, even in the rain, the bike's water resistant. It's meant to. It's not meant to, but it's meant to function when it is wet. So with that being said, if you go out on a rainy day, we just encourage you to, when you do get inside, give it a quick wipe down. It's not something you need to be extra thorough on because it is designed to perform in rain and other inclement weather. If you look on our YouTube channel, we actually have a video of Rob going on, I think it was a 4-mile ride in a torrential downpour, and he did just fine. So the bike can get wet. We just don't recommend you submerging it in anything like that. And then when you do get it wet, give it a quick dry down with a nice clean towel to keep everything nice.
What is the price right now? With shipping, it's $1,569 for the Pro?
Yeah. For the Pro, about $1,700 with shipping included for the Pro as it stands right now. I would encourage you to go on our website or on Indiegogo to get the more accurate number. Just go to the checkout page, and once you're there, you can see what that final total is going to be. But about $1,700 is what we're at right now. So, Kyle, the hub motor is not a Bafang hub. It's an Akima hub motor, AIKEMA. They make great hub motors. We did not use Bafang for this. We like the Bafang mid-drive motors, but this is a hub motor, so we went with a different manufacturer for the Babymaker. Okay, I'll take this one too. Benjamin, you're asking if someone has tried to add a second battery to the Babymaker. I don't know if anyone has. With that being said, I would encourage you not to. That's one of those things Sarah was talking about. Adding a second battery and messing with electronics like that is a good way to void your warranty. The Babymaker is not designed to take a second battery, so anything you're doing on your end to add a second power source could make it malfunction. You could overpower it. There's a list of things that could go wrong when doing that. So I'm going to encourage you not to. However, if you do, just know something like that could void your warranty.
Drawn from the water, no. Small changes like that, when I say that, like Ben said, void your warranty, we're talking about electronics. So if you put a different display on there, or if you get a different battery and stick it on your bike. But if you want to change your handlebars, your seat post, any of that, modify it out and send us a picture. We want to see what your bikes look like.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things about the Babymaker. And I kind of want to jump on what Sarah said. It's really messing with the electronical components, trying to overclock them or add a second battery. Those are no-nos. But if you want to swap out your handlebars, if you want to put clip-in pedals on, if you want to add mirrors, a bell, those sort of things are totally fine to do and personalize your bike. It's when you get into the electrical components and start messing with those, that's what voids your warranty. So feel free to customize your bike when it comes to components like, you know, the grips, adding mirrors, adding a cell phone mount. All those sort of things are totally fine to do. And the Babymaker is made with standard bike components. So a lot of the things that say, you know, it's a universal accessory that fits most bikes will most likely fit the Babymaker as well. So, Bella Monkey asks, what mileage do you see in the belt drive versus a traditional chain drive? The thing about that is the mileage you get is actually going to be the exact same. The ratio for the front and rear cog is 64 and 22, and that's the same for both the belt drive on the Pro model and the chain on the standard model. Where the difference happens is more so the longevity of that component itself. With a chain, it tends, if it gets wet, it rusts. You need to grease it. There's a lot of maintenance that goes into it. The reason we have the belt on it and that upgrade is because there's no maintenance, and it will last 3 to 4 times as long as a chain will. Gates, the people we use for that carbon belt drive, actually rates it to 18,000 miles before you'd need to replace it. So as far as the differences between the two, it doesn't really have an effect on performance when riding. It's more so over the course of time and the maintenance it takes to keep those components working.
Aaron, we'll be sending out updates on the Blue Raspberry soon, so we'll be sending out an email about that. As of now, we are not selling individual parts from the touring package. You can just buy it as a package. But later on down the line, once we, have gotten the majority of the bikes sent out, we will have individual components available on our website, but that's going to be later on.
And just to jump on that, if you are only looking for one particular component in that touring package, I actually encourage you to go out and purchase it yourself from a third party. You can go on Amazon.com or whatever it is. For me personally, on my Babymaker, I got one. I'm not going to put the fenders on, but I do like the water bottle mount and the cell phone mount. So because the Babymaker has all standard parts, I'm just going to order them third party. So if you're someone who doesn't want everything in the touring package, you can go ahead and order those parts separate, and you'll be just fine.
Ben, what color did you get?
So I got silver.
I got the black one.
Sterling silver. That one's one of my favorites.
Michael, we'll be sending out an email to all of our riders a couple of days before it ships, just confirming your shipping address, making sure we have it right in our system, and then once it ships out, we will. Once it ships out, we'll send you your tracking information. Aaron, I'm just gonna type your answer into the question marks because you seem to keep missing it. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and while she's doing that, I'm gonna hit on two real quick. Harry, you asked, does it come in black? Yes. Right now, the touring package is only coming in black, and someone else chimed in about it being waterproof. Can you ride it in the rain? That sort of thing. Yes, you can ride in the rain. You can ride it through puddles. Again, when you do get done with that ride, give your bike a good wipe down with a clean, dry cloth, and you should be good to go.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a problem on our guys' end because it's streaming fine on our computer and on mine.
Yeah, if you're having issues, what we're actually doing, so we got a camera, I'm pointing at it right here, that we're streaming from, but then we also down here have a laptop where we're reading these questions, and so far there hasn't been any bugs or glitches or anything like that. I'm not sure what's going on. If you are having technical issues, I suggest maybe going closer to your router, something like that. But it looks good. And if you did miss anything, this video is going to be posted to our YouTube page. You can go and watch it back through again. It just won't be live.
Ed, I'm not sure if you mean when I'm looking down at the comments, when I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at that. But also that thing in the back right there keeps startling me. I keep seeing it, and it's just a barbecue, and that's the reason I keep looking back there.
Where are we? Aaron, I think Sarah just typed it to you. We've answered that blue raspberry question a couple times, so we're going to go ahead and skip over that now. The difference between buying on Indiegogo and our site, right now there really is no difference. We originally launched on Indiegogo because of the number of eyeballs that could go to it versus launching on just our specific bike site. After that, we have since migrated, and now a majority of our orders are coming through our site. There's really no difference. We would like, if you could, if you want to choose, order through us. We have a whole lot more leeway when it comes to making adjustments and that sort of thing. So we do encourage people to buy from flx.bike simply because we control the back end there and can make edits 100 times easier than we can on actually we can't even make any edits on Indiegogo, so that's why we're so strict with that. But if you order through Shopify, there's more leeway, and we like that a little bit better.
What is the story on the Canada orders?
Same thing, we're working on getting all the Canada orders, or not just Canada, specific regions. We're trying to get all the orders done at one go so that we don't have to mess with shipping individual bikes across country lines. So Canada is like Europe, New Zealand, all you guys who are basically not in the United States. What we're going to do is we're going to reach out to you, ask you to confirm your address, that sort of thing, and then we'll be shipping most of those bikes at one time.
Michael, yes, you will. You're going to get a couple of different emails, but eventually, yes, we will send you the tracking number. So the first email you're going to get is just confirming your address to make sure we send it to the right place. I think we'll give you 24 hours to get back to us to adjust it in case it's not the right address, and then you'll eventually get your tracking information.
Yeah, and one new thing we're trying to implement right now is that you're going to have to sign for these bikes. An adult, 18 years of age or older, will need to sign for these. What you will be able to do, though, is a lot of times if you happen to miss them, what the carrier will do is, leave a little slip on your door that says, hey, I tried to drop this package off and you weren't here. If you're going to drop it off without a signature, you can sign for it then, leave it on your door so that when they come back, it'll be there. But the last thing we want to do is, you know, leave a bike somewhere after you guys have been waiting 6-7 months for it, and then it's gone when you show up. So these bikes, when they're delivered, they are going to require a signature for them.
I actually didn't know that. Good. If you paid $100 for your Babymaker, you probably bought it from the wrong site. I'm not sure what would have been.
No, that's right. If you ordered...
Oh, shipping. Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry. Yes. $100 is the correct. I read your comment completely wrong. Yes, shipping is $100 on Indiegogo.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
If you bought your whole bike for $100, let me know where. I'm gonna try and get one too. But yes, shipping domestically on Indiegogo, $99. Internationally, it was $249. $249 for international shipping. So yes, that's correct.
Aaron, we are not skipping your question. We've answered your question quite a few times. We will be sending updates out to our riders about the blue Babymaker. Oh my goodness. They really want to know about that blue Babymaker.
Yep. Hey guys, like we said, we'll be posting an update shortly. Two things I don't want to do is one, say something that's inaccurate, and two, try and describe a color to you with my voice. It's just not going to work. So what we decided to do was put a video together and an update so that you can see exactly what's going on, and we'll explain it further. So again, if you're asking about the blue raspberry Babymaker, there will be an update coming out about that shortly.
I bought a second battery, and if I need to change that. Mike, if you bought a second battery from somebody other than us and you put it inside your bike, yes, that will completely void your warranty.
But if it's one of the ours that you bought just as an accessory, no, that won't. With that being said, these batteries are not hot swappable. And what I mean by that is that there is a procedure behind getting that battery out and installing the new one. Hot swappable would mean you take one out, slide a new one in, you're good. It is a bit of a process. So the only reason you would need to swap your battery out in the first place is going to be if it malfunctions in some sort of way. Other than that, the battery's not really designed to be taken in and out when you're in the middle of a ride and that sort of thing. Yeah, guys, I know a lot of these questions are, where's my bike, where's my bike, where's my bike? We're doing our best to not only keep you guys informed, but like I said, you can check the estimated month that we delivered. We do these once a week. We're doing our best to get back to your emails. So really, I want you guys to just know that we're working as hard as we can to fulfill these as quickly as possible. Little background here. We did $13 million, over 10,000 bikes in a span of about 3 months. This is not just a record for FLX, but a record for Indiegogo in general. In their 14-year history, this campaign was the most successful, sold the most amount of bikes, and raised the most amount of money. So we've got our work cut out for us. I'm not going to sugarcoat that in any way, but know that we're doing the very best we can to get you guys these bikes. The last thing we want is you sitting here just waiting. So know that we've devoted all our resources into moving those products out as quick as we can.
Aaron, my favorite color, I picked the black for my own Babymaker, but I really like the orange too. Paul, I can't announce an exact number of how many bikes we're producing this year that aren't Babymakers, but we are still producing non-Babymaker bikes. Our factories are still full-blown with our standard, or not our standard, our other models, but I can't tell you exactly how many models.
Explicitly, I have no number, but hundreds. So we hope to, if you're looking on the site now, we're accepting pre-orders, so those are also in the work as well.
Anthony, unfortunately, there's really no way that we can control different websites stealing our images and claiming to be us. We can do our best to get them taken down, but you know, that's just people jealous that they aren't us.
Ed wants some pictures of the Sterling. So one of those things, I'm trying to get one of the production Sterling Babymakers in the shop, along with some of those 19-inch frames. Again, we're actually sending bikes to you guys first before we even get any to mess with on our own. So no, we're doing our best to take care of you, but yes, as soon as we get more off the production line and in our shop, there's going to be a whole lot more media, pictures, video coming for you guys to see. Real quick, guys, we're going to do about another 10 minutes, so if your question's not in the FAQ section and we haven't addressed it here, go ahead and go on the bottom, ask it, and we'll do our best to get to it.
I'm going to just go through some of these really quickly. So Michael, no, we do not have a thumb throttle option at this time. We aren't offering bike pickups in San Diego just because a lot of them aren't getting out from our warehouse, they're getting out from a commercial warehouse, and the ones in the US will be shipping via FedEx. If you ordered last month, you can expect your bike to ship in around January.
Ed asked, he said had some packages that needed signatures and were left. If that's the case, you need to call the carrier of whoever did that and let them know that the particular person that delivered the package is doing that, because that's not good. That's violating the both the terms you set and the ones that the carrier has. If they're supposed to get a signature, the person delivering a package can't sign for it. So it may be that particular employee that's on your route is not conforming to the rules. So I'd recommend calling them up and letting them know, because if the package is meant to be signed for, there needs to be someone there to do that. Let's see. So, not sure if this has been addressed. No, you can't pick it up at our warehouse. We will be shipping direct. The bikes aren't even coming to our warehouse. They're moving directly from the Port of Los Angeles and being sent out to you guys directly. So we don't even get them in our hands for you to pick up.
You guys are probably going to see most of these bikes before I ever do.
Yeah. So
I'm going to be the one asking you for pictures.
And that's the thing. Right now, we have going to you guys, our customers. We want to make sure that the first people to have them is you, and then we're working backwards from there. Guys, yeah, we're working. Thank you so much for your support. We're working on getting these out as quickly as we can. About 5 more minutes though, so if you have any questions, get them in. We'll try and address them. How often should the lube be applied to the gate? That's not even actually something that's on our maintenance list right now. If it starts to crack and that sort of thing, I would have recommend getting it replaced. But right now, lubing up the belt drive, not the chain, the belt drive is not something we're doing at this point in time. Someone has different brakes for bullhorn versus the drop bars. Yes, in regards to the Pro model, the bullhorn is going to have Magura MT5 brakes, and those levers are going to be mounted horizontally. On the Pro drop bar, they're going to have TRP hydraulic disc brakes, and those are going to be mounted vertically, so you squeeze them like that.
Is a Babymaker our most popular bike? It is our most popular road bike. We have so many other different models that are completely different things. So we have a lot of mountain bikes and trail bikes that are, meant for completely different riding. So it is our most popular road bike. But we also have the trail, which is our most, one of our most popular trail bikes.
Yeah, it really depends on what you're looking to get out of it to qualify as the best. My favorite is actually our Bandit. I think that's one of the most fun bikes we have. It's got a twist throttle, which is perfect. It really all depends on what you're looking for. If you were to rephrase that question and ask what bike has sold the most, I believe that's the Babymaker with the trail slowly creeping up slowly behind it. but we've been selling the Trail for a couple of years longer than that Babymaker. So it's up to you to interpret. Let's see. Ryan, you're asking about the standard model. So the only difference between the standard and pro model is that the pro model has hydraulic disc brakes, you know, so a rotor and a caliper that squeezes on it, and the standard has rim brakes. And then the second difference is that on the pro model, there is a belt drive system. On the standard, it is a chain. Now, once you get past that little particular part on the drivetrain, everything else is the same. You know, motor cutouts, any technical thing you're worried about. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. I just lost you. I think that means it's almost time. I'm going to go over the last few questions here. All right, I think we're back.
Okay. No tax on Indiegogo. So on the FLX website, I think the only tax that we're charging is for our riders that are in California, which we have to charge sales tax for that for bikes that are delivered here.
All right, guys, I'm just gonna wrap it up here. Go super rapid fire. John, thanks for your best wishes. We really appreciate it. Tax, Sarah just nailed that one. If you purchase accessories separately, they will be shipped separately as well, and they may come a month or two behind your bike. Like I said, we're really focused on getting the bikes out first, and then we'll move on to those accessories and that sort of thing. As soon as we get some Spain videos, we'll show you that. Standard does not need a cutout. Ryan, thank you for writing that. If you're in the UK, go to Indiegogo.com to buy. Thomas, thank you for the test ride. We love having you in here. Thank you guys. EU production has started, and that is all the time we have for this live. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, Sarah and I are going to be here doing these, once a week?
Yeah, so for the past, since March, I have been working from home. I'm finally back in the office because it's safe to be here. So we're going to try and do these at least once a week. And when things kind of slow down, maybe even twice a week. But, you know, schedule is pretty busy right now, answering emails, production, all of that. So, yeah, but at least once a week.
Yeah, and guys, thank you so much for having us, for the questions. If you have one that wasn't answered and you check the FAQ and it's still not there, send us an email to hello@flx.bike, and we'll do everything we can to get back to you as quickly as possible. But for now, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.